The Denver Nuggets this year are one of my favorite teams in the NBA. I love how they are constructed from the top of the roster to the bottom of the roster, from Nikola Jokic to whoever the worst player on the team is. I think that this squad is loaded. I mean, you got your three stars here with Jamal Murray, still coming back from ACL surgery, still getting better every day. Michael Porter Jr., same thing, coming off of back surgery, still getting better every day. And then Nikola Jokic, he's just been the two-time MVP. And then you also got really, really, really good role players that know their role, play it to perfection in Aaron Gordon, Bones Highland, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. So make sure you stick around for the full video because I'm going to show you today why I think the Denver Nuggets have what it takes to go all the way in the NBA playoffs this year. Also, make sure to like button and leave me a comment down below. Now, the best team in the NBA, according to my expert analysis, which is not the greatest, I'll admit, more of a March Madness guy, but I love this Nuggets squad. You look at Jamal Murray, you look at Michael Porter Jr., Nikola Jokic, they have the offense, the role guys supply the defense, 12th in points per game, 18th in opponent points per game. Those don't jump off the screen at you. 7th in offensive rating, that's really the only one that surprises anybody, and then 26th in defensive rating. Man, 13th in the net. The fact that they are 12-7 and second in the West with these numbers are kind of shocking. But, it's not always about the stats. In Denver, they have the perfect trio, in my opinion, with two pretty good facilitators in Jokic and Murray, but that are also two very good scorers, and then Michael Porter Jr. All three of these guys can take the game over at any time. The Murray to Jokic pick and roll is dang near unguardable. This year, Jokic, he's been down a little bit, honestly. 22.5 points, about 9 rebounds, 8 assists. The fact that that's a down year for somebody is kind of crazy, but he's a two-time MVP for a reason, and he just does so much, including providing some of the least athletic posters in the NBA. Shooting at 62% from the field this year, 28% from three, and averaging 1.4 steals per night. Yeah, he literally does it all for this Nuggets team, and he has been getting better as of late. He's been heating up a little bit, at least in terms of points per game, because as you saw there, he's been down a little bit. The last 5 games he's played in, though, like I said, it's been a lot better. 25.2 points per game, up 3 points per game from his season average, 9.2 rebounds, 8.4 assists, so everything really coming up, and he's been out of this world from the field. He's such a great passer as well. Like I said, though, 68% from the field, 38% from three, and 3 of his last 5 games, he has had a double-double. 2 of them, he's had a triple-double. So an absolute machine there. And there it is again, another most unathletic poster in the NBA. Now, the return of Jamal Murray has been something to really talk about. This OKC game in particular, I saw some prime Jamal Murray come out of nowhere. 16.4 points per game, 5 assists, 4 rebounds so far this year for Murray. And while that is far from prime Murray, he's still getting back. He missed almost 2 years of NBA basketball with an injury. It takes a while to come back from that, and the 42% from the field, 34% from 3 shows it. 2.1 turnovers. I mean, even Klay Thompson, one of the greatest, if not the greatest guy in the catch-and-shoot category in NBA history, is struggling out of the gate. So Jamal Murray, same thing. Even though he wasn't out quite as long as Klay, it's still taking him a little bit to get back going. But let's look at the last 5 games where he has improved a little bit. 18 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 7 assists. So the points and assists getting back to where they were pre-injury. Of course, it'll probably honestly take him into next year to get back to where he was pre-injury. 39% from the field, 31% from 3 over the last 5, which is not good. But we're hoping that field goal percentage and 3-point percentage can come up. Now, there is a basketball demigod that resides in Denver, and he goes by the name of Michael Porter Jr., and this year he's averaging 16.4 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 1.3 assists per night, and that's not really what he was average. There's Jokic again with another super unathletic poster, but that's not really anything close to what he was averaging before his injury. You see 47% from the field, 43% from 3. Believe it or not really close to what he was shooting before injury. The 3-point percentage is only 2% off, but he was shooting it like 7 percentage points higher than what he is right now. So he's still getting back, even though he has been pretty good so far this year. Super efficient. It's kind of crazy. Now they have the perfect role guys. Great backup point guard in Bones Highland. 2 really, really high-level 3-and-D shooting guards. And the perfect power forward to complement Nikola Jokic, super athletic and can really defend. We'll start by talking about Bones Highland, who's averaging 15 points a game, 2.1 rebounds, 3.6 assists. Like I said, the perfect backup point guard for this team, can play that flamethrower role well off the bench. He's really their scorer off the bench, 40% from the field, but 44% from 3. Not something you see very often in 22 minutes per game. So those per 36 numbers are looking really good for the second-year point guard. Love me some Bones Highland. Now, also, you got Aaron Gordon. Like I said, perfect complement to Nikola Jokic. Jokic more the bruiser, a little slower. Well, Aaron Gordon, who averages about 16.5 and 7, can really fly, can really defend, very much more athletic. Oh, by the way, he shoots at 61% from the field and almost 40% from 3, also averaging a block per game. That's just a perfect complement that doesn't get talked about much, nearly enough. Gordon and Jokic 1-2 punch in the paint. You got Bones Highland and Jamal Murray, the 1-2 punch at the point guard spot, and then Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Bruce Brown, 1-2 punch at the shooting guard spot. This is so tough to deal with. 12 points a game for KCP, 3.5 boards, 2.8 assists a night. He's the perfect addition as well. Perfect 3-and-D shooting guard to go alongside Nikola Jokic. This team is built so well around the Joker. And Kentavious shoots at 47% from the field, 50% from 3, and also averages 1.2 steals per game. 50% from 3 is crazy. They've got some very, very efficient players on this team. Bruce Brown, no exception, 10.5 points, 5 boards, 4.5 assists per game. He is a very, very solid player as well. Loved the addition of him from the Nets this past offseason. And then you look at 47% from the field, 39% from 3, 1 steal. Yeah, like all 4 of these guys a lot. And I love the way, like I said, that this team has been built. Now let's take a look at the outlook for the Nuggets. The standings as they stand right now. Phoenix is in first. They're in second, a game back. And really, I don't see a reason why they don't get the number 1 seed in the playoffs this year. Now, Phoenix is good, right? But this Denver team is much better, in my opinion. If Jamal Murray is doing that, they are much better. I think they're deeper, and I think they get better as the season goes on because Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., they both continue to get better, continue to get healthier each and every game, continue to get back into form. So I think this Nugget squad only gets better throughout the year, and also, I mean, they were better to start off with. Right now, I'll take this Nuggets team over basically any team in the NBA, considering the Warriors can't win on the road. Now, the Celtics, that might be a different story, but really like this Nuggets squad. And you see, they got 2 games coming up against the Houston Rockets, so a great shot there if the Suns lose 1 or 2 games here over their next couple to shoot up into first in the standings. Then they got Atlanta and New Orleans, tough little 2-game road trip there, and then Dallas, Portland, Utah. So they're playing some pretty good teams over their next 5. We'll see what they're made of. And then they get Washington, LA, Lakers, and Charlotte. So kind of a balanced schedule coming up. I think they'll be fine, though. They got the perfect trio, like I said. They got great role guys, like I said. I just cannot get over this Nuggets. They've done a phenomenal job building this thing up, especially in a small market like Denver. Jeff Green, Christian Brown, who we haven't talked about, very exciting rookie. Devon Reed is also playing well. Zeke Naji, super efficient. And then the drafting stash, Ismail Kamagate. We didn't even get to him. He's dominating in a league that Victor Wembanyama plays in. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on the Denver Nuggets. Do you think they have what it takes to go all the way? With that being said, though, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see more NBA content, make sure to come back later because we will be posting every day. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.